Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign Let's Play. So last episode, right at the end, we were attacked by a group of rebels trying to take Alusa from us, and so we are going to attempt to defend it. We are a bit outnumbered, as well as outgunned. Being rebels, they have access to better equipment than I do, so they'll be running some Cairo Ballista as well as some Ballistari, and then some assorted infantry, some of which we don't know what it is, but we may still be able to hold this. We of course are going to have, you know, fortifications and arrow towers and things like that that should help us, and their cavalry is not going to count for much in a siege battle like this. However, we still need to make sure that they're not, you know, outflanking me or anything. So let's jump into this fight. Okay, so the enemy is going to be approaching from the west. I have set up some Legio along a barricade right here that should be able to hold this spot. This will give us a bit of defense against missile fire, as well as melee attacks, and these guys will be able to skirmish from here as well. I have some archers overlooking the western approach so that they can rain arrows on them as they come. I've got my Auxilia Palatine over here filling in this opening. The only other opening to this area is this one back here, so we should have plenty of time to rotate over there if we need to. I also have some Legio here, again covering the advance to this so that they can throw the precursors that they have at the enemy as they go. And then finally my scout equites are over here, basically just holding position until the enemy commits their cavalry this way, and then I can go after their artillery with them, as well as the Ballistari, although the equites have a history of not doing particularly well against those guys, because one volley from those Ballistari will tear these guys to shreds. But let's see. So far, they are doing exactly what I hoped, in that they're moving the cavalry one way and the artillery the other. Also, they've moved their artillery in range of my arrow towers, which is great for me, not so great for them. I'm going to go ahead and send the cavalry after them. I don't want them to get any shots off, and it looks like their cavalry has committed enough where they'll have a hard time getting back if they decide to turn around. Are you guys not moving full speed? It just doesn't seem like they're moving that fast. There we go. Yeah, again, their cavalry's like way up here, so I don't think they'll be able to turn around and help out. I imagine they're going to try to attack here. Not a great plan, though. Why aren't you guys firing? Go ahead and use that. We should be able to overrun them fairly quickly, and then I'll go deal with the other Cairo Ballista. Come on, wipe them out. We don't have a lot of time to do this.
The tower is nothing but ash now.
They've taken out one of my towers. Not a huge deal. Are they going to try to swing around to here? I think they are. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. If they're going to send the cavalry over there, that means that you guys are going to have to plug it. I'd rather have spears against cavalry than swords, and I'll have the Legio hold this position, because swords on swords is not that big a deal. And since they've already spent most of their throwing weapons, putting them in a testudo is really not that big a deal. So cavalry, go deal with those guys now. Let's see, I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure if they know what they're doing, to be honest. I can't afford to let them flank me. They might get it in there. Yeah, go ahead and charge them. You guys can pin them as well. I mean, we've basically forced them to commit, so this is not ideal, actually. Not ideal. I wanted the spears to catch them from behind, but they did not. Although swords against them in sustained combat will still win. These guys, I think, are shock cavalry. Yeah, so we will win that eventually, and then I can double down over here. Meanwhile, I need you to finish this off. Come on, one guy. There we go. Now go after them. Hit them from behind. And if nothing else, it'll keep them from firing at us, which will be useful. You guys are actually doing a lot better. Oh, that's why. I thought these were Legio, but they're Exploratores, which are not very good. Good at scouting around and capturing points, but not particularly great at sustained combat. And let's see, are we going to hit them in the backs? Yes. So we'll see if we're able to win that. These guys are probably going to move over to help out, so we'll need to be quick there. What are you doing? Start firing at the Legio or something. I don't know. I don't know what these guys are trying to do. Alright, time to move. Do not get caught up by those swordsmen. Let's see. Move here and hit them. No, don't go that way. Don't go that way. Go this way. Are you guys actually fighting over here? Yes we are. Okay. Well, everybody get in there. We're gonna rain arrows on them from behind. That's actually great that they turned around. We still didn't do very much damage though. Only one guy's dead. And you guys got wiped out, so probably the end of you. Let's see. They retreated. I might send you... Yeah, let's take these guys out so that we can flank around. And I want you to continue firing at them. Go ahead and use heavy shot. It'll do better against heavy armor. We should be able to defeat these guys, and then I can send them around this way. And that should allow me to basically defeat everything over there. We will lose the cavalry, though. I don't see any way around that. Even if I back them out now, they'll take a bunch of casualties. So I guess try to push through, because if you go back the other way, you're not going to get anywhere. So just get out of range of those crossbows for now. You guys start moving this way. No, stay out of range. Stay out of range. And let the... Is that tower still up? Yes, it is. Actually, go this way. And you might be able to come back around and hit them on the other side. You guys need to move. You can go after them. Oh, they're gonna break. Oh well. I think we've got this. Let's go back to the fire arrows here. It'll be more effective against them. You two are gonna hit them. I wanted you going after those guys. Actually, you know what? Keep firing at them. See what you can do. They're the only real threat left to us. I really wish that you guys would stay in this fight and help me, because it'll be a lot easier to run down the Ballistari with them than my Legio. Although it looks like the Legio caught them. Okay. So if we can ensure that these guys stay defeated, then it's just a matter of killing the Palatina guards here. Why aren't you chasing? They're gonna get away. So let's have you move to here. If you guys can defeat them quickly, then I can send you around. I'll try to command them, but they'll probably just flee again. And we can speed things up since this is basically wrapped up. There we go. We'll just end it, because I don't think I'll be able to catch them. Alright, so that was a pretty easy little victory there for us. I basically traded 200 of my garrison troops for effectively this entire army. They will still have the general's unit here, but he's only a 1-star general, and you know they could train up another one of these in a single turn anyways. So destroying that unit or killing him off wouldn't have necessarily benefited me any. But let's go ahead and take the replenishment here so that they get recovered a little bit quicker. And let's see. We need to replace the commander of the 22nd Legion. You're a steadfast defender. And you're also free. That's, I think, the best selling point for me, so why not? I'm curious, did they assassinate him or something? Oh no, Bacchus died, that's right. Yeah, that was a real shame. Wow, a lot of events there. Okay, so we have winter upon us now, and we're not going to really want to be moving our armies if we can help it. So this is the 22nd Legion that was just attacked. The Huns should be pretty weak at this point. How are you looking? You are looking fantastic. Why don't you go ahead and attack them? We'll take a little bit of attrition. But go ahead and defeat these guys. We'll crush them. Well done. And we'll take some replenishment there, and then we're going to have you go crush that other army. Again, we'll take a little bit of attrition here, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. They're going to retreat, but not far enough. Although this does put you in a little bit of a precarious position because the Huns could come running across the Danube here and just completely crush my Emperor's army. So I'll take more replenishment. And let's see. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and force march you back into Marcianopolis. And that should, you know, keep you relatively safe. And then with you, I'm going to move you over just enough that you are in reinforcement range and then re-fortify you. And hopefully their army gets replenished fairly quickly. I think I'll recruit 2 more Legio for them just to make sure that this stays filled out and at full strength. And then we have some more Hunnic armies coming in over here. So I'm going to take the 30th Legion under Titus Pullo. I'll level him up. Let's see. Replenishment. Fatigue rate would be nice. But I can't get that this turn if I take that. So I'll take the replenishment and then I'm going to unlock this so that I can get the fatigue rate next turn. Or next time he levels up, excuse me. Alright, and then over here, this is going to be difficult because I can't defend everything. So I'm going to move him to Sopiane. I always thought that was Sopane, but apparently there's an I there. Sirmium. Let's see. It's got a decent garrison. I don't know if I could hold against 2 full stacks, but I definitely have a better chance with the walls than in an open village, but they can still attack this village here, so I'm not totally safe. Let's see. I don't really have another legion to shift over here, unfortunately. I've got one tied up on the border there, and then I've got another down here dealing with rebellions. In fact, let's deal with this one. So I actually can't get to them right there. That's kind of odd. Where... You know, I'm just gonna... No, I can't leave them be, though. That's the issue. I'll put you... I'll order you to attack and, yeah, take the shortest route. So stay right there. Next turn you can attack them. Just don't let them get too powerful. God, seriously? Cataphractari and Protectores Domestici. These are freaking rebels and they're getting top tier troops. This is ridiculous. Alright, well, not much I can do about it now. Let's jump down to Africa and try to resolve some of this stuff that's happening. I really wanted to get after the Garamantians. I don't know if that's still a good idea. We got 13 units. Is there any mercenaries you could take? That's unfortunate. Could really use some mercenaries. So what's the garrison here look like? It's not great. They've got some decent troops there, but they're pretty beat up. And then they have... Oh, I thought those were smaller. They do have 11 there. I don't know if we could necessarily win that. It really depends on how how strong these two armies are. And then I kind of need to go deal with this as well, but this army is definitely not at enough strength to deal with it. Well, before we do that, let's see here. We got a bunch of peace treaties. I don't know what happened here. Anyway, let's see. I've encountered the Burgundians. The Varinians declared war on me. What else? I think that's about it. Let's go to here and we'll check in on our various settlements. I'll start from the bottom because I've been kind of ignoring some of these. Public order here is bad, and it's going to continue to be bad, so there's not much I can do about it. I can't repair that because it's under siege. So what can I do? Not much, unfortunately. Might end up losing this entire province because that one's under siege. They've already taken Leptis Magna, so it really... Sabrata is the only thing I have left. It is currently garrisoned. For now, I think what I'll do is I will build some sanitation here. I already have sanitation in Makomadi's, but because it is under siege, we're not actually benefiting from that. So I'll build some here and I can tear one or the other down whenever this gets taken care of. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this to an amphitheater. We should be able to handle that food hit. And we could certainly use the public order. With you guys, you cannot suffer that food hit. So instead what I'll do is I'll take this up to a church. And that will help a little bit. And let's see, Pannonia, you guys are actually losing public order as well. I need to upgrade that. But they can deal with it for a while. So I'm not immediately concerned. I think most of it's from raiding as well, yeah. So if we just killed these Huns, we'd be in pretty good shape. And then I guess what I can do, since we are defending this area, it would be worth building... I guess I'll do a skirmisher range and then upgrade that so I can get Ballistari here, because that would be really, really helpful. We haven't really been paying attention to Britannia much either. I want to make sure that this army's in good shape. I don't like the troops are running here, but it can't really be helped. At least at the moment. I guess I could recruit a bunch of Funditores. They're better than... I'm not running really any ranged troops, to be honest. So let's see. You guys are dirt cheap. I'm gonna get rid of, I think, you two. And you two. So we'll cut all of them loose. That'll save me a lot of money on upkeep costs for mercenaries. And I'm going to recruit... Oh, I'm just short. Okay, I'll recruit 3 of them then. And on the next turn I'll try to remember to do a 4th. Let's jump into diplomacy. How did the Burgundians feel about me? Are we really at war? Why are we at war with them? I guess because they're allied to somebody else. How did they end up all the way over there as well? If I remember right, the Burgundians start like here. Or maybe not. Maybe... Interesting. I don't know. Are they open to a peace treaty? No. Okay. Well then, that point is moot. Interesting. Their relation with... Or at least the face here changed. It was yellow and now it's red. Let's see. I might have to side with them. Again, I keep mentioning this, but I was hoping to basically make the Garamantians a puppet and then have them conquer the Sahara for me so I didn't have to worry about holding it. But at this stage, I'm wondering if I'd be better off doing the same with these guys instead. I don't know. I'm kind of just thinking about abandoning Africa. The thing though is I can't abandon Africa because that is going to be our main food producer. So I can't just cut it loose.
Your words will find an
Okay, good.
attentive
They'll pay me.
audience.
Apparently I have a daughter of somebody who could marry their emperor. Although calling him an emperor is a bit much, given that he only holds not even all of Macedonia, even. Just like the little bit of the Greek peninsula there. So let's just do the non-aggression pact for now. And would you be willing to join a war against anybody? Maybe the Huns? Moderate, huh? Well, let's go for that first. I'd rather have their help than money, but apparently they're not into that, so let's ask for a little bit of cash instead, because I can make use of that. 800 is not terrible. Let's see. Do they really, really want this? They do. Would they join my war against the Huns for it? No. Okay, then not going to happen. Anybody else? We're actually doing pretty well with the Markomans. Would they offer me a non-aggression pact? No. Okay. Well, that's fine then. And then let's see. The Franks still deteriorating, unfortunately. It's just a matter of time until they convert, and then things should turn around. But until they do convert religions, I don't think we're going to see any improvement for a long time. Alright, so we got the money we need. Let's go ahead and train up that last unit of slingers. And I may get rid of some of these other guys as well. I'd like to get more things. I'm not seeing any. I really like the Germanic mounted warband cavalry. They're pretty well-rounded cavalry. They're not particularly heavy, but they're nice and fast. They have skirmishing weapons, but they're mainly a melee unit. And overall, they're pretty solid cavalry for fairly little gold. So I like them. I'd rather have them than these random units here. But I don't have access to them, so I just kind of have to deal. And I guess we're just going to wait and see in regard to the Huns here. I can't do much about that. I'm definitely not going to try to take them on with Titus Pullo's legion. He can't get there anyways, so my only other option really is to force march him into Sirmium. But they could just, split up and attack these two villages, and then that was worthless. So we'll just keep him there for now. If they attack the walled city, I think I have at least a small chance of defeating them. And I guess this is where, actually, before we end the turn, just a quick peek in here, making sure that nobody needs promotions or is about to rebel against us. You need a promotion. Unfortunately, you need to level up first. So I'm just going to leave you there, although I am wary of you having that much influence. You're a governor. I think you'd be better off as a military count in that case, but is there anybody else that needs to get moved around? Vindonius is kind of there as well, but he's got less influence, so I'm less concerned about it. You're a general. I need to put you here first, so go ahead and do that. You got more influence anyways. Okay. Yikes. I would rather be up here. We need to earn ourselves a bit more power. Now, there's a couple ways I can do that. One of which is by adopting somebody. That reminds me, who is... Oh, that was Bacchus's wife that we were trying to marry off. Yeah, probably for the best that I don't do that. I feel kind of bad. Although, we've lost access to her, essentially. Because she's from the Vandals, I think she's returned to them. I don't know. Because I can still marry her off. So, I forget how that works. It's been a while. I'm wondering if... Yeah, you know what? Marinus is earning quite a bit of influence. I'm wondering if I can maybe adopt him. He can block this because he has a lot of influence. But if he doesn't, it would be a nice little pickup. Although it's a bit weird because he's older than the Emperor is. But that would give me some power, so let's do that. We'll see what happens. He might block it. If he does, we lose some influence, but whatever. Actually, we might lose some power if he blocks it as well, but I guess it's worth it. Alright, so apparently another legion needs a new general. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I'm going to go with Gaius Bacillus here. as he's the only actual, I guess, general. This guy's a patron, so he's essentially a governor, and this guy's a political animal, so I don't really want him doing anything in my empire. So there we go. It looks like, again, some opportune failure has kicked my my general out of that army. And let's see, we've got a lot of stuff happening there. Titus Pullo has had a daughter. We need sons. An elopement. What is happening here? One of our daughters has been enticed by a suitor and is planning to elope. Igunthis is not. I guess she's technically his daughter because we adopted Bacchus and she was married to him. So Vedius is trying to run off with her. If I intervene, I lose 20 influence. If I don't, they get married and I lose control. I can't afford to lose control, so I have to intervene. And it looks like we were successful in our adoption. So, Marinus is now one of us. Fantastic. And that didn't boost my power much. I guess there's just too many other patricians. Because I've had, like, in smaller campaigns when there's only, like, 3 of these guys and I adopt one, it shoots up, like, significantly. I think there's just way too many other characters for it to really matter. But we need to find you a wife. I'll try to do it through another faction, though. Oh, and you're ready for a promotion. Perfect. That worked out nicely. Also, the Eastern Romans have really come through for me down in Africa. They've set up 2 potential victories for me here. Actually, no. I was thinking that this was over here. But they did attempt to attack the Garamantians, and they've drawn this army out. And I believe they've also weakened these a bit. So I'm going to attempt an attack here, and I might end up just retreating, but I'm a bit curious. No, we can't win that. So go ahead and retreat. Let's see. I'm going to get you to there for now. We'll take some desert attrition on our general there, but everybody else will be fine. And that should put them... Ooh, they're actually just out of reinforcement range. So that actually didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. But the Eastern Romans are putting some pressure on these rebels here. I'll probably just let them do that and kind of ignore that area for now. And then the Huns have begun to attack Sirmium. They moved up another stack. And they besiege this, and then they split the other 2 off. I could try to get in here. Oh, it won't let me, actually. Well, how close can I get and still fortify? I can get closer than that. Let's see. If I fortify you there, can you reinforce? Yes, perfect. They will be able to get to Sopene, though. That's the issue. Is I was kind of hoping to keep that road blocked. Maybe not. Because I am on the road. I don't know how tight to the forest they can skirt and still get by. But if they decide to besiege Sirmium, I will be able to reinforce it from there. So that works out. Over here. Since you are still replenishing, what I think I'll do is I'm going to take the Emperor's Legion, and I'm going to march them over here, and then I will take this Legion, now under Lucius Ambustus, and put him in Marcianopolis, where he can defend this approach and recover his army a bit. And then the Emperor should be able to help out on the next turn over here if need be. What else do we got going on? Not a whole lot, actually. Not a whole lot. Up here, our slingers are all recruited. I don't really need anything else. Yeah, I would really like some mounted warband, but we're not going to get them up there, so I guess I just have to kind of move on. Let's get you guys upgraded because I really like the Auxilia Palatina. And then I will give you... Oh, you can't even recruit Funditories down here. That's unfortunate. Yeah, because they have all the infantry upgrades. If you push just past the border, can you recruit? You should be able to. Okay, so train up for them. We're going to start turning this into a real legion. Meanwhile, the public order there's still fine. Okay. Good, good, good. Is there any province that is, like, desperate right now? Sirmium's all beat up because it's under siege, and most of that is from... Actually, a lot of it's from immigration. Well, nothing I can do about that right now. Let's see. You guys aren't doing so great, but you have upgrades coming that should resolve that. Over here, I guess I should eventually convert these. It's actually fairly inexpensive. -1. That's actually not too hard for us to turn around. As soon as we have access to more of these building slots. And then you guys, I can't really fix because one of you is still under siege. So where was the one... Oh man, this place is not looking good. I don't have anybody over here to prevent any sort of rebellion from happening. -15 food. I think that's the biggest issue we have over here is food. Immigration as well. And that's not something I can really resolve. If I tear that down, I think I can build a public order building here. And honestly, 375 wealth is not going to really affect me. And with you guys, you're at -1. Repairing this would probably help. Oh, we need a new technology as well. Let's see, 6. 1 plus 10,000, yikes. 6 here. What are my alternatives? Fatigue rate -20, plus 10 ammunition. I like the extra campaign movement and attrition. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I still have quite a bit of money actually. How is your public order again? -1. I would love to take this up higher, but it's just gonna make the public order worse and worse. I'm gonna deal with it though, because that's gonna be a significant boost to our income. So if I have to, I'll just build a small army there to deal with it. You guys can get another cattle herd just to try to stay on top of the food, and that'll do -1 public order. Eh, screw it. Why not? And let's see, where else am I doing a lot of recruiting? Because I would like to get to... Cannot build, I just don't have the money. But potentially I could build a skirmisher barracks there and get some ballistari, which would be very, very helpful. You guys are actually doing okay. Over here, that is. You know what? No, they need food, so let's build this. Perfect. That will be very useful. And I can upgrade that to deal with some of their squalor issues. Okay. So I think we've dealt with this Hun situation as best as we can. There's 3 stacks here, so I don't want to attack them. But if I can force them into a defensive battle here between the garrison and this army, we should be able to win that. If they attack my fortified army here, that's going to be a more difficult battle, but still potentially winnable. Even if it is going to be a Pyrrhic victory like we saw over here. And then we have the Emperor standing by in this village. If they attack him here, we should be able to defend that. If they don't, next turn he'll be able to help out over here, you know, wherever we need to. But we're doing our best to hold on here. We haven't really given up any ground, although we are losing a little bit of ground in Africa. We've actually, I think, technically gained ground in this campaign because we've pushed into Thrace and eaten up a lot of territory that originally belonged to the Eastern Empire. And aside from this province here, we haven't really given anything up that I can think of. So, yeah, we're at 408 AD and we're I think, technically a net gain. So I think we're doing pretty well, all things considered. Oh, I totally forgot. Before we end this, you guys were supposed to deal with that. Down they go. Didn't want to forget about that because that would continue to fester and get worse. Which did they technically come from? Well, your public order issues are going to be resolved in 2 turns anyways, so I'm going to put you back over here for now. Actually, stay there, because I might need to send you into Hispania pretty soon to deal with other issues. Anyways, this is where we're going to leave it for today. I think we'll be dealing with the Hun situation in the next episode. We're going to also have to continue building up our power and control. As you saw there, we're getting a little bit low, and I'd like to be at balanced rather than acceptable. Just because I'd rather have that 2 loyalty. Minus 1% is not that big a deal to our income. And there's a few other penalties that we're taking right now, too, from our current state. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.